you go in a house fire and you can see smoke, but you can't see any fire, we take that tool and we start poking at the ceiling. And so you guys know how your ceiling is smooth, that's drywall. We have to poke through that drywall and we have to pull that down. So that's coming down on top of us, on our helmets, on our gear, on our masks. And so the gear and everything that we wear, it protects us from many different things, not just fire. She'll bring those tools. Another big component of this is the pump. And so if I'm driving and we need to get water on this house fire, where does the water come from? Well, not every house has a hydrant in the front yard. And so these engines, they have 600-gallon tanks. So I can start, somebody will pull this is an 1 3/4 line, they'll pull this off the back of the engine and they'll start it into the house fire. Well, all of a sudden my tank water. In the meantime, there may be another engine that will come up and they'll find a hydrant in the area to hook into, and they'll hook into our intakes and give us more water. So there's a lot of components with that. This is the hook. So this is called a 6-foot hook. And like she said, every person on the engine, usually these are 3-man engines or 2-man squads, every person has a designation of what they're going to be taking. So along with their gear and their air packs, they're either going to have a hook, they're going to have like a water can, which is like a fire extinguisher with just water, or they're going to have the iron. So you guys can kind of pass this around.
Those are our two most common sets of tools right here. What we call the irons, that's more of a forcible entry, get us into any occupancy. Remember earlier when I was talking to you guys about pulling the ceiling down? That's what that does right there. You got to be able to poke up through the ceiling and then pull it down. So we use that a lot to open up the structure.
So these are the irons. This is an axe. A lot of times, like I said, whenever we have a house fire, the person is at home and we have to get to the front door. Usually they don't have a key sitting there for us to go through. And so we use these two tools to basically feed in the door and get inside the house. So this is what we call a halogen. And like I said, this is the axe, and when you put them together, they're called the irons. And so this is probably the #1 tool that we use. So you can kind of see how big it is. Do you guys have any questions about anything that I went over so far? No? And a lot of these tools are multi-purpose tools, so you'll see that. Like this the big part of the job is once you get hired, you never stop learning. Every single day we go over something.